Welcome everybody to our weekly tournament stream here on Lead Chess and Twitch and YouTube as well. I'm International Master William Pascal, still an International Master despite my best efforts to play like crap. What's up? Jeroen, thank you for correcting the time. I had sent out a couple messages about this tournament without noticing that the time had been posted wrong at 6. It's obviously 7 p.m. coming up on 7 p.m. Central European time, and that's our usual start time. I could have made it 7:15. I've done it in the past, but I decided, okay, we'll make it 7. But it was on 6 mistakenly, so sorry about that. Thank you for catching that, because you caught it. If I hadn't logged in when I did, I wouldn't have caught it at all. I had to restart a whole new tournament, so that was great. Nice job. The search for Asterbait is not looking good. He's still MIA. We've lost a lot of people. Asterbait is gone. Mr. Slow is gone. Not disappeared, but has some issues. I don't know what happened to Richard Brenton, for example. I had to ban Arsenal Fan. What else? Nedsteg was very controversial. We've lost a lot of regular players here. Just so many issues have come up the last month or two. So many of our regular viewers are sort of gone, are missing. It just feels like we're fighting an uphill battle, keeping the stream alive. Mule Skinner is here. No, that's great, man. Mule Skinner, great to see you back. A former regular, Mule Skinner, I'm happy to see you. So many people are gone. Morales has been here. He submitted a game for Thursday. Tomorrow night is our analysis stream. But I was just thinking about how, without Asterbait, to start the streams, it's nice that Saronte was here to chat at the beginning of the stream. Because Asterbait, that's his job. He's like a greeter. And without him, we have no idea where he is. If he's dead, if he's just missing, if he's in jail, if he's just without an iPad, I don't know. So he's out, and it's been weird. But anyways, moving onwards and upwards, I try to keep going. The show must go on, as they say. But it's been tough. Somewhat on sound. He's here occasionally. But hopefully we can grow and adapt and continue to do the stream. I don't want to have to give it up. I don't like quitting stuff. So even if I'm bringing in less, revenue, I never really intended to be doing this as my job. Anyways, with that aside, let's go to the focus of today's stream. It's Pawnda and Horses Club, Pawnda March Blitz Swiss. A quote by Laszlo Hazai, who, by the way, is an extremely well-known Hungarian coach and author. He's authored like hundreds of articles about the chess openings with Lukács, Peter Grandmaster, and was a coach for Tóth András, who now lives for many years in Australia. Was also a streamer. András would talk a lot about his coach Hazai Laszlo. So I actually never formally met Hazai. I assume he lives here in Budapest, but I'm not 100% sure. He's not. He's quite older now, but he's not really ever been a social player. I don't see him, so I don't know. But anyway, I just thought it's funny that a Hungarian would be the quote. Normally, only like you did Polgar. So. Okay, Sparkle Horse, Redusa, Zen Chess, Ruslan Bear, and CGNKSK. We're 5 players so far, Mule Skinner. Welcome to join. Where have you been, man? You've been so busy lately. Oh, okay, so Mule Skinner's out, but it's good to know you're still alive. And also, since I haven't been doing morning streams, Jeroen, I think we lost a lot of... It's nice to see Zen Chess, but we don't have the strong American following. Like, for example, Nedog, who I made a mod a couple years ago during COVID, is like totally dropped out of chess. He's always done stuff like that. He would be into it for a while and then drop out, come back. So Nedog, he's a really nice guy and a friend of mine. He's not been here. So I think I've been thinking about maybe doing another morning type stream, but I don't know where I would fit it in. I mean, I hate Mondays, and Wednesdays can be tough if I'm out late on Tuesday. We'll see. Thinking about maybe on certain Wednesdays I could probably do a stream, like a Wednesdays. I used to, you remember, but it was never Wednesday morning European time was always like my worst stream time. Okay, how am I? I'm okay. Pili M. Guys, we're gonna need a few more players here. It's 5 players. 5 players. Let's get some players. Okay, one last call. Pawnda Horses Club. Last call. Message all members. Whoa, we need a very last call. Alright, copy. Copy. Message all members. Last call. Message. I don't think too many people subscribe to these messages. We're gonna need another way to contact people. God, I miss the days of being able to send people messages on Twitch. Tourney starting in 2 minutes. Alright. So 1 minute actually, but... Alright, we've got 7 players now. It's a Swiss, 5+3, casual, 3 minutes between rounds. Hello, I'm joking. We've got a moderator in the house, Sarontier. Alright, now we've got 8 players, so we're getting warmed up. 8 players. It's Swiss, so please play your games. If you want to drop out, please withdraw from the tournament. Don't just leave. It's not an arena. And even in an arena, it's not cool. You should withdraw. Withdraw or leave the tournament before you exit, the site. So please do that. Please withdraw. I hope Zenchess is here. He's 2022. I don't know what happened to Zenchess's Blitz rating. Alright, so we're playing I'm going to try to say this. Pili, I am from France. I met a French chess player yesterday, Move 11, who is moving to Budapest. Very nice guy. We just got a notification of some sort. E4, Move 11. Use your own brains. Now with more brains. Move 11. How about the 4 knights Sicilian? I was thinking about your question. Maybe if you don't mind, I'll add that to tomorrow night's analysis stream. Because every analysis stream I want to do like one opening topic. So for example, your question about Bishop E2 in the 4 knights Sicilian could be, a good opening topic for something where we did a little bit of like discussion and live, research. Here, if white plays knight c3, knight c6. Now, if white were to play bishop e2, we'd have like a classical kind of old school approach. This is the main line. Knight takes c6, b takes c6. Bilium. A lot of people will call me Bilium. I had a friend, he's still a friend, but I haven't seen him in a long time. An old friend of mine used to call me Billiards. He's a Bill too. Nefedov will enjoy that. Use your own brains. Oh, Nefedov will enjoy the bishop e2. Nefedov has been gone. He's offended by my political comments, I guess. Nefedov's too sensitive. 94 right away is the correct move. Yes? Yes. Okay. What are we doing? Rook b8. Is rook b8 a good move? I can't remember. Rook b8 right away? I'm not supposed to play rook b8 right away. Like, I just... I don't think I'm supposed to play rook b8 right away. 8, rook b8? I've had a lot of brain fog lately, but I think there are various causes for that. Environmental and age-related, microplastics. Nefedov will enjoy bishop b2. No, and also Mr. Slow, because Mr. Slow, actually move 11, if you paid attention properly, you would know that Mr. Slow has has submitted some Geller games where I believe Geller played bishop e2. And there might have even been a Velimirovich game, but I can't remember because of my brain fog. F5's too late now. Bishop e4 check. So I think this is good for white. No? But how good? That's the question. It's good, but how good? Queen a5 check, not an option. Why is rook b8 so bad? Well, no, knight b4 is ugly, but it's possibly not that bad. I have not played a single game today, or maybe I did in the early morning, but my brain is not in a chess mode. Not in chess mode. Queen a5. Bishop d2, queen takes e5. I need a reason why this doesn't work. I need a reason for this to not work. Enjoy. He enjoys brains, eating brains in his spare time. Like the guy from Plants vs. Zombies. That was more of a Murloc from World of Warcraft. So I waste too much time playing Hearthstone and can imitate Murloc sounds. Warlock. Interesting. Anybody remember the original movie, The Time Machine? You probably all. Yesterday I asked a 40-year-old guy if he remembered the TV show Magnum P.I. And he's like, no, I've never seen that. I'm like, oh. Well, you're not American, it's possible. If he was American, there'd be like, no way you hadn't seen a Magnum P.I. rerun if you're like 40. Only a foreigner. The Time Machine. There were these Morlocks that always scared me when I was a little kid. The original movie, The Time Machine, is that like H.G. Wells, or I don't remember. I get into weird subtopics. Maybe I am schizophrenic. I'm not sure. So, when you get in your chess brain mode, see the board better, you see the moves more quickly. I hadn't played this opening in a while, move 11, and I wasn't thinking about it till you brought it up. I had put it out of my mind till you had brought it up the other day when you sent me a message about this particular line, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I play so many different things, and I'm always like, I like to switch between different openings that sometimes, even things I've looked at relatively recently like this. Only a year ago, I did some videos on this opening. Probably, like, it was about a year ago. I'm thinking. But time goes so fast, I can't even tell anymore. What if he sacks the exchange here? A takes B, queen takes A. Uber Driver is a big fan of that. Barbudo. Greetings from Spain. For a 900 elo like me, it's better to play and learn on chess with platinum sub or elite chess. Well, I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of elite chess at any level. I think that elite chess is better in any way, every way. I don't care about platinum subs or not. I think chess.com is overrated, so I would go with elite chess. You might find someone else to give you a different answer. I don't think that you need to subscribe to a paid chess site to get better at chess, and I'm not sure that you're getting anything for your money there. Elite chess basically offers you a slightly less fancy looking. So he does sack the exchange. Fancy looking, I don't know what to call it. Alright, so here's an interesting move. Bishop a6. Trading off said Baden. This is a theme in this opening, a very important one. I don't know, I'm spacing on rook b8. At move 8, I forgot what I'm supposed to play. I mean, I know bishop b7, queen c7 is the main move, bishop b7 is a move. I can't remember if it was rook b8 right away or that comes later. So, Barbudo, I think definitely elite chess. It's not really dependent on your level. I think it's just, there's no need to subscribe to a paid chess site like that at really any level, but one might say, like, especially at your level, it's unnecessary. Personally, I don't think at any level. Alright, so what are we doing here? Queen penetrating to d3, white can't castle. We're up the exchange. Easy peasy. Queen e4 check, unnecessary. So long as that pawn doesn't go through, we are in good shape. Now what? Now what? How do we make progress here? No break with a5. f3 looks like an attempt to play something there. What I could do is like attack the b pawn, sack my rook for the b pawn, start taking pawns so I can get into the position. I'm just going to sack here. Giving the material back to make life easier. Then rook a4, preventing rook a1. Rook b8. Slowly improving my position, f6. He shouldn't trade pieces when he's down material, you know. That's a fundamental kind of rule that you rarely really find an exception to. When you are down a significant amount of material, the more you trade pieces, the worse it gets. My advantage in material, it is magnified. So it's a really bad idea to trade pieces when you're down. You're supposed to do the opposite. Avoid exchanges. White is absolutely toast here now. The only conceivable way to win would be the king up there. And he didn't even attempt to do that. But there's going to be no way to defend this. Alright, it's a Swiss, so we have 3 minutes between rounds. And thanks everybody for playing in advance. f4 followed by e4 check. Or no check. Look, Mom, no checks. Yep. We're going to push this pawn up. Gain more space. No counterplay. Game over. Game over. Easy. Easy does it. Just systematically taking him down. with those pawns and the rook, and everybody gets into the game. Nobody's left behind, right? And we got a mating net. This will be checkmate. Okay, so back to tournament. We have 3 minutes before the round starts. We have 9 players, only 9 players. Really. Azuaga here, who was, I think, very long time player. Maybe one of the oldest. Guys, let's get some more players. Come on. Let me take a quick look at that opening against Piliam. I just want to double check. Rook b8. So Rook b8 is never played. I don't know. It's never played. I don't know how bad it is. It was played by Pragnanatha in a game in 2019. There must be something concretely wrong with this move. It's playable, but not great. Bishop e2 is white's best. But c4, f5. So that's strange. No one responded to rook b8 with c4. Really bizarre. And now f5 is my best move, which I didn't like because of this. But apparently that's not even good for white. Interesting. 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 So this is something to look at. You know, it's not great, but night before he made a mistake with a3 because of this move. This is fantastic, actually. We invented something new. Right, queen c7 first, and then rook b8. That's what I was thinking of. But nevertheless, we got something really kind of cool here. He should have played knight c3. It's an unbelievable move. He sacks a pawn. All right, back to tournament. So we got more fodder for the... Guys, we need at least 10 players. Someone's got to jump in there. Mr. Coffee. Is anyone in the viewers list? Praying Mantis, someone can jump in because we have an odd number of players. This is obviously better if we have 10 players. Is anybody not in the list? We have 1 minute to join. Is anybody there not playing that could play? Because we'd rather have 10 players. Praying Mantis, if you could please join. Zenchess forfeited? Are you serious? Oh, man. Okay, I have a confession to make. Zenchess forfeited, but as Jeroen detected, I had made the original start time wrong. Praying Mantis, okay. I originally incorrectly input the start time as 6 p.m. CET. And it's possible that Zenchess saw that, decided to play, and then realized only later that I had changed it back to 7. So Zenchess is not, he's not in trouble for forfeiting the game, although he is a little bit in trouble because he honestly should withdraw if the start time wasn't good for him. I don't know what happened. But anyways, he's in a little trouble. Not a lot of trouble. I take some responsibility for switching the start time after incorrectly posting it. Some Prism is here. No, can't stand the Carol Khan. No, it's French. You play French. Whatever, same thing. Not really. All right. So whatever. D5 on the board. What is this? Catalan? Oh, Grunfeld. Grunfeld. Sung Prism Grunfeld. Player of Grunfeld and other cool stuff. Reduce a welcome. Guys, please be subscribers. And we're going to try to revitalize the stream a little bit. I mean, I'm going to put a little more effort in the coming months to bring it back to life because we've seen a lot of drop in regular viewers, and I think that the stream needs more love. I'm going to try to give it that. I did have a very recent game with some Prism and something similar. Well, we'll go main line here. Go big or go home. Knight takes. Everybody knows that knight takes. No, knight takes is not a good move. Knight takes not a good move for black there. Surrendering the strong point in the center would be a mistake. So Praying Mantis is not able to play, unfortunately. Okay, didn't we have a similar game? Ed Formanek. I had a similar game against Ed years ago. So anyway, This is like a main line. But 5+3 blitz. Move 11. Why don't you play? You should play, man. He doesn't play. He never plays in my tournaments. Damn it. Okay, that's what Ed played against me back in 1992, and I lost. I think I did something kind of very straightforward. Maybe knight takes c6 and knight a4. Bishop f5, Bobby Fischer played, I believe. That's not Karpov though. Karpov, Kamsky, Karpov, Leko. Bishop f5 is not the main move by top players. I don't know why. Bishop f5 never been popular with the modern Grunfeld players. I am not certain as to why that is. I think we had an earlier game with some Prism. Because I had studied this variation based on like Karpov-Kasparov games and whatnot back in the 90s, I was surprised when Furmanek played the older Bishop f5. I didn't really know what to do with that. So you got your bishop outside the punchers, but it's not necessary. Like that bishop can get out to d7 or c6. So Bishop f5 is not like obligatory. This actually reminds me of a game I studied with someone. One of my students had a game like this. Maybe it was Mr. Coffee who takes lessons still. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't you, Move 11. It could have been Mr. Coffee. I don't think it was Mr. Coffee either. I feel like it was someone else. There was this slightly similar situation. Maybe it was just a game I played, actually. I'm not sure. No, my memory really sucks. Yesterday I couldn't remember the word procrastinate. I sat there for like 2 minutes and I could not come up with procrastinate. So I was trying to explain something to some people who speak Hungarian, and I wanted to find like a synonym or the translation for the word procrastinate. But I couldn't recall the word procrastinate. It's a long word. You don't say it every day, but it's like pretty common. And it's a word I should be able to recall. So it's kind of alarming. I was a little tired. But still. I was procrastinating. H5. Very, very interesting. Now I'll weaken my kingside more. Well, I mean, these squares are kind of important, I would think. I don't know. I mean, what is f3 really necessary? No. Is it a good move? Maybe not bad. The thing with h5 is I like to try to understand why my opponents make moves they make. I like to think about that, and ultimately that helps us make decisions if we can understand what the opponent is trying to do. If you don't understand what your opponent is trying to do, you have a very hard time predicting their next move, generally. When black plays h5, he's concerned about his bishop getting trapped, but I had no pawn on f3. He played it before I played the move f3. So when black played h5, I was like, oh my god, he's trying to attack me or something, you know? But it's possibly just like a prophylactic, because you figure I'm going to play f3 eventually. f3 and g4 will become a threat at some point, so he's paranoid that his bishop on f5 is going to get trapped. So now, trade your good bishop off. Now your bishop's really trapped. His bishop is almost trapped now, for real. Wow, that doesn't look good. e4, take, bishop g4. Move the queen somewheres, as they say. He has some tricks. Still, Where do I put it? Bishop f3. He's hanging on there, probably. Bishop f3 is nothing great. Queen d2. Take, there. The f file is very dangerous for black. Welcome to the f file. d4 pawn. So I'm pretty much obligated to play this. Your money back and no obligation. Now my knight is undefended, but it can't be attacked by anything. Well, he can attack it with the knight. Yeah, that's what I thought. That gives you a flight square. Fighter flight square. Flight club. How does this work? So I go h3. We have stuff on the f file. I say no. Man, I have exchange sacks that don't look that good. My queen is unprotected. His bishop, though, is kind of uncomfortable. How do you feel? Are you comfortable? Can I get you a pillow or something? Mr. Bishop? Can I get you some snacks? Anything? That bishop's been nothing but problems. This position just transforming. Transfer bait. Guys, talk to me. Bring up a conversation. Saw that incredible endgame, Larson Fisher. You covered. Can't even remember what I did last week, move 11. I think that maybe it's that my brain is full. That must be what it is. My phone keeps giving me this message that it has no more space. You do not have, you're dangerous. No, the word is the phrase is you're dangerously low on space. And I was thinking, like, what if you're like a fat person? It's kind of insulting. Fat shaming. You are dangerously low on space. Black has 2 pawn islands against 3. Everything is under control. Could possibly go wrong here for black. I have no tactics ever. As you know. You like my passed pawn? What does this move do? Treats. Treats. Treats or retreats? No retreats. Retweets? Which way? Rook A E1 or D1? You're threatening me? Threatening me. Wow, he's threatening me now. Unbelievable. And just keeps coming in. And it has no time. Black's coordination is just shocking. Wow. This is pretty incredible. I think the bishop on f5 is pissing me off. I'll be honest. Bishop on f5 is pissing me off. Well, he didn't take. He's got another tactic. Tactic. Why didn't he take or play f5? He had all these scary moves he could have played. But in the end, he played neither. This is what happens every time I play this guy. Keeps coming up with scary defenses. With no time. Alright. That's a pawn. D6. Check. You should be better off on H6, no? Was that sound what I did there? He has some chances to defend. Wow. 2 blunders on low time. He was actually better after bishop e4. Why? He take the pawn. He made no inaccuracies the whole game. 1 inaccuracy. Oh my god. Are you telling me he can take the pawn? No. Yeah, he could take the pawn. Okay. So this looks scary because I have sacrifices on g6. And he's like very low on time. But he could have just played like knight d6 and he's fine. Wow. I had one chance early on. e4 right away. Wow. Alright, we've got a request to join the team. Matuta Squidio with no games. I don't think that's happening. 57 games. Not enough games. Not enough games. I'm sorry. You gotta have at least 100 games. I mean, you just created that account. That's not happening. I can't trust people like that. They're never honest. Why do you have like less than 100 games? Your account is brand new and you want to join my team? Chances are you're someone else who already joined the team. Kakalake. Cake Lake. Laking Cake. Lakey Cakes. So we've got... No, he's in. Okay, we got 14 players. Zenchess isn't really here. So 13 players. Sun Prism has real talent. You know. Use your time that game. Use your time that game even maybe too much. Okay, it's 5 plus 3. It's easy to use 5 minutes. But at the end of the day, he did pretty well. He was probably better. Amazing. I don't know what I did wrong. I mean, it feels like I had a pretty solid position. Pawn structure-wise, Black, like I said, had like 2 islands against 3. And that's a sort of strategic advantage in a way. Well played, Mr. Grunfeld. I overestimated my position. Didn't have much. So, alright. Next round. Round 3. Move 11 is just here for commentating. You were playing, join the game. Ruslan Bear. Okay, Ruslan's always fun to play against. He's fast. Birds. Why does my board look weird? The stream... Is the board bad? Board's okay. It's a little over to the right. Oh wow, Sex I Draw, thank you. Almost all of our patrons have like died or gone away. Or we don't know. As I said, yeah. Sex I Draw is a patron. I need to... This is not rapid. I have to play faster. I just wasted 30 seconds against a fast player. But Mr. Coffee's health bar. Health bars. Health bar. It's the name of a vaping electronic cigarette. Elf bar. Elf bar. They're selling them like illegal ones in the in the train station or the subway, and you can buy these things from. I don't do that, but health bar. Your health bar is going down as we speak. So 95. It's a Queen's Indian in reverse, or Nimzo in reverse. Nimzo Queen's Indian hybrid. Good night, Bad Bishop. Exactly, move 11. Bishop colliding. It's a kaleidoscope. Classic Bird Larson. And this is like a very standard. Oh my god, man. He castled queenside. That is so dangerous. Wow. So you can play bishop b8 if you want to, Akiba. Nobody castles queenside there. That's something like another player who's missing, right? Schumacher. Missing? Schumacher is gone. Can't believe it. I believe Asteroid is gone. No trace of Asteroid anywhere. I checked like Las Vegas arrest records, obituaries. He's just nowhere to be seen. Knight c4. I hope that Mr. Slow can come back and Richard Brenton and all of our regulars who are out. Schumacher hasn't been on the stream in a long time. Okay, times are tough. Especially if you're in Iran or the United States. But we're going to try to muddle through here. Guys, Saxec Draw very generously donated $4. Bringing Mr. Coffee's hit points down to 505. So if somebody donates even like $6 more, they will become the new Stream Boss. Who wants to be Stream Boss? See, now I had expected this, and my plan was to play H3. But I'm not certain if that's the right idea. Maybe I should consider I mean, I can win a pawn with H3. There's a couple things that can happen here. You know, he can play the weird move B5, or he can move the knight back, or what else? Knight E3, right? Trading the knights, basically. And in all cases, white is better, but I don't know which one is better for me. So if I take now, he takes on C4. A pawn on H5 is probably good even, but he can open up the H file. I don't like knight E5. He can easily defend there. I was thinking about knight A5. Then what follow-up do I have? I guess original plan here was to win a pawn. I'm just winning a pawn, and then the B file would be good for us. Well, I mean, I'm banking on the B file being a bigger deal than the H file. It's B file versus H file. My file is... My king is safer. I mean, I have this sort of to guard my king. Your king... King has 0 pawn cover. That's about the shape of things. The shape of water. What's that? You want to play F5? You want to move your bishop without dropping it? Okay. Maybe Maybe he's thinking about bishop e7, rook h4. I don't like that. Shit. Maybe I should have played f5 when I could have. Should have, could have, would have. Now it's a little bit dangerous. Shit. Shit. Sladgy loudly exclaimed shit when he was called holding 6 deuce suited by his opponent. No, I actually used another word that I can't say. I shouldn't say. I'm a little slow here. F5 is probably not the right idea. Ambulances are coming. Zombies are coming. He didn't have to play f5. I thought he should play rook h4. 6 deuce suited. Great cards, obviously. Shit. No. The F word. Dropping F-bombs. F-bar. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad for a guy who doesn't play d4. Last week I played a Birds opening against Sun Prism, and we had a similar sort of situation where well, I guess I have to take the rook now. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. I am the checkmated. Wow, unbelievable. You didn't play g4. You didn't play g4, brah. I'm so lucky. I was in deep trouble there. Big trouble. In the end game, every little bit matters, right? Give me that. Give me that f-pawn. Wow, he has a serious comp after g4. I might even be mated, I don't know. Wow. We have too much time left. Both sides made mistakes here. This was a little bit sloppy. Mistakes have been made. Brain not, oof. Brain not functioning. Brain over. Why do you do that? You want to threaten mate in 1? Oh man. I have everything now. Okay, where to go? So you're threatening rook h1, rook c1. I might lose my a pawn. But actually I'm threatening rook f6 check, rook takes a6 as well. He's totally lost. Alright. I think that it was a player that just he needs to take a little bit more time to make sure. When he played f takes g5, I mean, why didn't he have g4 immediately? It was so strong. I can't think straight. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain literally doesn't work. C3. Okay, king C5, C3. I want to cut off his king, if possible. Dude. Alright, so I made a mistake and an inaccuracy, but it was an overall good game. He blundered, mistake, and 2 inaccuracies. What's his blunder? Okay, that's a little late. The mistake, let's see the mistake. Yeah, G6. Okay, G6 was a mistake. But I thought later he made a mistake. Wait, here, here, here. So, it's interesting, the computer, yeah, it gave him an inaccuracy for he takes F5, but I think this is a bigger than an inaccuracy. This is like, this is your last chance. You've got to play G4. This is like he thought for quite a while here and didn't play G4. How can you reject G4? I have two moves. 3 moves. Rook G3's out because of bishop H4 trapping my rook. Rook F1. And I was even scared of G3, honestly, because I could get mated here. Now it turns out this is winning for me. Hard to be sure though. He had to play G4. Curious about the opening. Christian Bauer versus Barney. Queen C7, 3 times played. Granda versus a 1900. D3, and now queenside castles. Queenside castles novelty by my opponent. Previously played bishop d6, the normal move, and then h5. Queenside castles novelty. Wow. That's a ballsy move. The engine at first is going to play bishop e8, but I really don't know about that. Anyway, alright, fun game. 2 games ongoing. We've got Sung Prism against Haroon. Oh no! Mutual time pressure. Haroon coming down with the rocks. What? Oh my god, draw? Draw! 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 Oh no. Draw! Draw! Sleazing him on the clock. And then 316. 316. Who's 316? Joined 5 years ago. Kellart, that's a tough matchup. This is lost. Okay, so we've got a total of 16 players, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the $4 donation, guys. Mr. Coffee is the stream boss. But all we need to do is somebody to donate $5 and change, and they become the new stream boss. $5 for a $5.50 donation, you can be the next stream boss on my stream. Come on, it's a good deal. $5.50 donation, be the stream boss, be the ball. You can be the stream boss. I think Sex's in. Okay. I thought he might have just dropped in and left, but he's actually playing. Late join against Ludlud. Oh, he already won. Alright, so what do we got? Time to start the next round. 1 ongoing game. Still. Dude, White's down a piece. This is hopeless. Alright. Drown the Clown? Drown the Clown misspelled Laszlo. He wrote Laszlo, L-A-Z. He's like phonetic Laszlo speller. L-A-Z-L-O. That's like something Asterbait would have done. Everything makes me miss Asterbait. You know, he was such a unique person. His phonetic spelling of everything. The crazy rants he would send me. Really miss him. Genuine and interesting person. Okay, anyway, we got 3 minutes between rounds. NetEye is here, and a total of 16 players. By the way, guys, if anyone subscribes or is a subscriber, including Redusa, Sun Prism, Move 11, Anyone who wants to contribute to our analysis stream tomorrow night, you can send me the game, and I will add it to our study for tomorrow night. Please send me games for analysis. Zen Chess, thanks for not playing. Sorry guys, I had mislabeled the start time for this thing. Originally 6 p.m. CET. Another news, by the way, this weekend we have time change coming up in Eastern Europe or Europe, so that's going to play into things on Sunday. Can't wait because I have poker Saturday night, tournament chess Sunday morning, and the stream Sunday night, all, in tandem with the time change. We're losing an hour on Sunday. But I'm not going to stay out late. Hear that ambulance? Alright guys, the stream needs an ambulance. We have $4 donation and we need $5 more to make a stream boss. A new stream boss. Mr. Coffee's almost dead. Where is Mr. Coffee? He's not out there. Because Mr. Coffee, if you're out there, you might want to make a donation to give yourself some health back. 500 bits would give him some health back. Alright, anyway. Fun Chest, Ludlud, Kellar, Azawaga. Azawaga's gone. Oh, so... Hiruin checkmated him with the Bird Larson on G7. I guess that was enough. What'd you do to him, man? You sent him home in a body bag. Queen takes G7, mate. Azawaga must be rusty. I think he's one of the earlier players I played on the stream. One of the earliest. The first year I was streaming, I think I might have played Azawaga. We could check. Azawaga. 31 games, 36,000 games. Games with you, 23. 9 years ago. 9 years ago. That's right. I played him 9 years ago. Say it again, Saji. Just say the same thing over and over again. It's probably... When was my first game with Irun? Interesting question. Rudusa. Alright guys, 7 rounds? Not 9, 7 rounds. We could do 9 with this time control, but I didn't want to intimidate people with too long of a tournament, so I made it the same as the Rapid 7. Not too long. Alright. You don't do the French defense. Oh no. That's like a BOGO. Now I can't recall what Redusa's doing in the BOGO. Well, actually, you've been playing the white side of Nimzo, so this is... He's a little messed up here by this move order, it feels. White's now threatening E4. I don't like D5. B6 is too slow. C5. C5, C5, C5. Why is C5 not good? Well, I mean, it has to be playable. It's like a BOGO, but it's not. Wasted a lot of time, or I used a lot of time. I didn't waste it, but having to think in an original position here. I don't normally play the Curious Defense. This is considered Curious Defense in some places. I don't know what Lee Chess lists it as. I don't care. Alright. He wants to play it like a classical Nimzo, it seems. Whatever. So knight c6, knight f3, or b6. What would move 11 do? Guys, come on, talk to me. Talk to me, send some emotes or something. By the way, you can gigantify an emote for 50 bits, 60 bits. Gigantify me. There's some guy like in the UK who has a record for eating like Big Macs or something. And they said he's really excited about the big arch. Like McDonald's new burger. I don't know, I had a big arch. It seems like 2 years ago in Portugal when I was in the airport on the way back from Portugal. Big arch. Popular in St. Louis. Alright. This is weird position. What are you doing? Knight e2. So he's trying to turn it into a Nimzo? But he's playing the French. What the hell is going on here? That's a weird way to get an Nimzo. Oh man, I'm thinking too much. Okay. Whatever. Knight g3. That I didn't expect. That's weird. This looks weird. I don't know. Do you have d5? Never. Well, how do you defend your d4 point? If a3, you know me. Yeah, that's not happening. Your e2 knight goes to g3. Now, how do you defend the d4 pawn? Right. I am not trading there, although I could. You take with the queen. I mean, I give up my bishop for what exactly? We got him. We got him where we want him. Regatta. Charles River Regatta. Oh, if I take on d4, you trap my bishop. Nice. 3 pawns for a piece. Speculative. Bishop d2, queen d2. But I think we have rook c8. That's certainly a good option. I like developing. Why don't you just take on c5? Call it off. Mr. Coffee, are you here? No? No one's going to defend Mr. Coffee's honor. Mr. Coffee is in very bad health. He has 505 health points left. Or hit points, if you prefer. Hit points sounds so violent. It's like the Department of War. Health points. Okay. D takes C. He doesn't like D takes C. He did D5. No comprendo. I mean, you could have done this like at any time. What changed? That's what changed. Aha. Still, you had that earlier. This is not a new concept. So you sacrifice a pawn with the threat of knight d6. Now, the difference is that my rook is on c8. So this is sort of like a pseudo double threat. It's not really a big deal. Like, it's not really a big deal. Move 11 just left the building. Never plays. Very disappointed. Oh, these guys move 11. Mr. Coffee, they all have to work. I should do more American-facing streams. So, It's funny that his knight would actually be trapped in some cases. We might end up playing... I don't want to sack the exchange. So, okay. What do you got for me? Take. The very strange Benoni for black. Interesting how you waited for that. That was a very opportunistic play by white. And then you don't do what I thought you were going to do again. Keeps surprising me. Option 1 and option 2. Alright, we're going to go for option 2. You take, but I make you... Sorry you did that. I don't know how different it is. It was destined to be 2 knights versus 2 bishops. Pretty much. The writing was on the wall here. Either I take on d2 or this happens. I don't know, there's no... I mean, what is there to consider here? Why is he thinking here? It's a very bad spot to be thinking in a blitz game. Knight d2 seems ridiculous. b4 doesn't do anything, you have to take. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. You managed to delay doing the inevitable. Congratulations. You delayed the inevitable. Just to be paradoxical. You want to delay the inevitable again. Okay. Why are you insisting on playing weird moves? That's the thing that makes me wonder. I don't understand. Why do you insist on playing weird moves? C3. You know, he may end up getting his pawn back, huh? But is it worth it? So it's not 2 bishops versus 2 knights. You hated that so much you'd do anything to avoid it. What? Why is Zwischenzugs every single move? Dude, that's so weird. It's like as if you're playing Zwischenzugs for the sake of playing Zwischenzugs. That is truly bizarre. It's pretty apparent at this point. So Redusa plays Zwischenzugs for the sake of Zwischenzugs. Not a very practical approach. Maybe it's an art form. Chess is art. I had other good moves there, no? It's just that it's hard to predict his moves. Every time it's like a move you don't expect. Which makes it harder for me to plan what I'm going to do. Now I'll do like e5 randomly. Not a good move. Are you like literally trying to play the weirdest move on purpose, and why? So at this point, is my bishop trapped? There's like some weird plan to trap my bishop. How's that for a Zwitch and Zug? How you like them, Zwitch and Zugs? And is my bishop trapped? You want to trade my bishop off? Oh my god, another Zwitch and Zug. The master of Zwitch and Zugs. Of course. Another one-move threat. Ultimately, it's all about... It's just all about bullet chess, isn't it? Too much bullet chess makes Jack a dull boy. Unbelievable. I think that it's some kind of thing where rather than trying to play the best moves, the opponent is literally trying to play surprising moves because it's based on playing for that surprising move in 1 minute games. The surprising nature of the move is important in like bullet, I guess, because they can like make the opponent have to think more. Regardless of how good it is, that seems like what Redusa's doing. Dude, you need to stop playing bullet chess if you want to get better and just play normal chess, because this is affecting the way you play the game like overall. You obviously have a lot of potential, but I just felt like, you know, your moves are literally played for that only reason. GP Bear, good game. Good game was said to someone. I'm staying clear of sack draw. Hopefully I can stay clear of sack draw for at least one more round. Although I've played those guys, now there may be a problem. Kellert only has 1.5. Ludlid only has 1.5. I may have to play sack draw. God, I tried to avoid him. Guys, still only one little donation away from knocking Mr. Coffee off. The where is it? Where is it? Where is it? My where is it? Stream Boss, there it is. Stream Boss. Here. I just want to show you guys that. There. You see that? Stream Boss? Yarun is always the featured game. Draw. Mr. Coffee is 505 hit points away from a new Stream Boss being crowned. And nobody's going to donate the last $5.05 to push him over the edge. Can't believe it. 500 and... Actually, bits will do the job. Alright, Ruslan Bear is still playing against Sun Prism? No. Everybody's done. Okay, so that's 4 rounds. Sun Prism has 3, but I already played him. Sack Draw is 2.5. Next round coming up in 2 minutes. This is round 5. Man, this game against Redusa was weird, dude. He made 2 blunders at the end and a mistake. Most of the mistakes came in the later stage. But the biggest mistake was when I played Queen C8. Yeah, your biggest mistake, I played Queen C8 and you insist on this bizarre move, Bishop B7. I should have just taken, I did, yeah. Take it, yeah. That's just weird. This is a weird thing to do. Alright. So, Stream Boss. Move the Stream Boss, please. Thank you. Alright guys, so 3 rounds left, and welcome to the stream. I am me, and you are you. And we have 10 viewers. Wow, I guess I'm going to cancel future streaming now. I'm not quitting, but we need your support. Alright guys? Everybody has to watch. By the way, that means there's like 5 players here who are not not watching the stream? Who are not watching the stream on Twitch? Does anybody want to... I know I'm watching. How do we have 16 players and 3 people are not watching? Maybe a few people are watching on YouTube. Alright, I'll accept if you're watching on YouTube. We should have at least 16 viewers because we have 16 players in the tournament. Alright. Oh, Zenchess is gone. Anyway, 15. We should have some viewers that don't play. You know, spectators, like. Come on. Tomorrow night is analysis stream. So bring your games. How many ambulances can there be in Hungary? Like, constantly there's ambulance. It's so annoying. I can barely hear it, but I have very good hearing. Even at my advanced age, my hearing is excellent. Sparkle Horse first place, Sung Prism second, Sac Draw. We're playing Sac Draw. Playing the English. Different stuff every game. Gotta stay, you know, we gotta stay frosty and unpredictable. I like to be unpredictable. Oh, yes! I had a really crazy idea there, F4. Like a Colorado Gambit. Right. Oh, right. A5, I was playing that myself 1,000 years ago. I think I invented the move, honestly. I remember when A5 was a footnote in a very obscure book that I bought at Borders bookstore in like 1996. And I was the only person I've ever met who played it. I used to play it in Blitz. Having never seen anyone actually play that move. In the honor of Asterbate, Bishop D3. This doesn't look quite right for a Sac Draw, although I've never had this exact position before. Position. You know, I'm supposed to pronounce that correctly. Enunciate is the word. Enunciate. I'm trying to improve my recall. Okay. We got it. Depends on what black does now. But this is an Asterbate tribute position. We don't know if he's dead, missing, arrested, maybe in a mental health facility. There'd be no way to track that, by the way. If somebody like got committed. Alright. Right. It's a Bodler. Nice Bodler. I probably should throw in A3 at some point, but I didn't see any urgency. Now I regret not playing A3, because he can go back to F8, which is actually a better square. In any case, our position is okay. Would help to have a plan, though. We gotta watch the fork. I'm not gonna play A3 and like justify his shit, so to speak. Bishop C4 also possible. Now Knight C5. Very annoying move, but we'll see. Knight A6 is excellent. Threatening Knight C5. He's always ahead on time. Sextech draws ratings. Oh, he's now making all his ratings the same. I love when people do that. They have the exact same ratings in all rating categories. I expected different move. I guess I should play d4 now. Actually, this wasn't the plan, but it's a good moment. Move 11. That reminded me of your game. Move 11's not here. I'm talking to the wall. Thanks for staying tuned with us, Move 11. What a faithful follower. So pawn takes is possible too. Both moves are good. Knight takes is obviously strategically better. There are some drawbacks, but this is a lot like a game that Move 11 had at the U.S. Amateur Team Championship. An important game where he helped his team to win their match, like a key match. Similar position. I used to play the English a lot with white, really to the point where it wasn't exclusively, but there was a time when I played the English as my number one, really. Number one line, number one opening. Wow. So e4 isn't good. What is good? Rook d1. So no matter what you do, Sung draw has more time. Duck, duck, goose. Oh, yesterday, guys, you won't believe this. Crazy thing happened. Why do I have just 10 viewers, brah? That sucks. Yesterday, I was crossing the street in a part of Budapest, and a fox just, like, crossed a big road in front of me. I was like, what? Did I just see a fox cross the street? Literally, a fox just crossed the street in front of me. Wow, this is an interesting moment for g6. Wow. Bishop c3. Probably not good here. Fox and socks. Man. Sextech draw is underrated. Plays like a master. Okay. Well, so much for the other options there. Jesus Christ. Now he has knight g5. I think my bishop has another square to go back to. Who expected that? He just goes with the flow. This is a remarkable game by Black. Don't know why he did that. 56, kind of weird. Kind of a weird move, actually. Hesitated. He hesitated. Why are you hesitating? He had knight g5. That was very awkward. I'd have to play bishop g4. And then h5, bishop e2 or something. Maybe he saw something I didn't see. c7 is hanging here. I guess Black wants to come back, you know, with the knight e4 threat. Does that even do anything? Yeah, maybe. It's still on the table. Queen f6 is not really a good move. Is it? Can you do that? Oh my god. Serious? This is crazy. Wow. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. You put your queen on f6. I can play bishop c3, skewering all your pieces, but it's not a big deal because of knight e4. Okay. Sure, if you say so. No big deal. I'm going to bring this bishop back here. Defend my d5 pawn. I'm okay, you're okay. Everything's cool. But just a little better. I don't care, I don't want material. I just want a slight advantage. Why is no one watching my stream? Are we not live? I don't understand that. Why does Lafong have to... And Alex Yermolinsky, he's still alive? Seriously? He plays the people? That's pathetic, dude. Okay. He's reduced to playing the people. So I have less viewers than Alex Yermolinsky. Okay. He's like 100 years old Grandmaster. Plus score. Very, very plus score, by the way, for me against him. Anytime, bro. Bring it on. I wish him all the best, though. I hate the St. Louis Chess Club. Sponsored by a right-wing billionaire. Taking over, like, the U.S. Chess Federation, making the U.S. Championship permanently in St. Louis. Doesn't help chess in the United States. Sorry. That does nothing good for chess in the U.S. The best thing about U.S. Championships was that it would, like, rotate and be held in different places. St. Louis, like, stealing it and making it just about St. Louis pretty much sucks. So A4's hanging, but I never have, like, a good move. It's so weird. I never have a good move. I can't take on A4. He always has some kind of discovery. Every freaking position. It's so weird, dude. I don't know, like, it seemed like he had a million ways to defend C7. Just like all the other players, they specialize in playing bullet. Here we go. It's just like Sun Prism, exactly the same. And Redusa and everyone else. They're all about bullet. Jesus Christ, bro. His defense to everything. How do you have a defense to everything? That's incredible. Every single move I have, you have a defense against. It's so weird. It's unbelievable. This guy's play is unbelievable. F5. Obviously. Even in the end game. He's like unbeatable. What? Oh. Now you're like better? Wow. Obviously. Dude, I mean, what is Black's, like, level of play in this game? With no time left. You had to have played better than me. It's just unbelievable how well you defend, you know? With no time, on the verge of losing, like, the whole game, you just don't make mistakes. It's unbelievable. He even had a clear win. Wow. You had a clear win, queen takes d4. Oh my god. I just hung a rook. I just straight up hung a rook, queen takes d4. He's so fast. I'm just stressing, like, trying to play quickly so I don't get in time pressure. 2. Both have a lot of mistakes in this game. This is the worst game. But I'm so worried about getting behind on the clock because he's so quick, you know. What a weird opening. And this is completely okay for Black. I mean, I find that hard to believe. No games. There's no games this position ever happened. Yeah, 92 maybe. Maybe that is better. I had thought about it at the time. Very strange game. You know, you're better. I mean, you had. He's not talking, but he had double attack against e3 at the end. I was just taking the draw because I'm worse. I can win the f5 pawn, but you win my e3 pawn, and then you probably win my g3 pawn, so I had gone too far. I played very solid chess, except for hanging my rook. I can't believe it. Dude, he's 2209. What's his max rating, though? I wonder. Blitz. Max rating, 2312. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Your max Blitz rating is, and before that, you just started. He was 1800. He was a new account. Okay. So he's always been like the same. He's so strong for that rating. Wow. Rapid the same. Max rating 2300. Hosted a live stream post toasties, post notification. 316. You know I play bullet. I had time scramble. You didn't play terribly. It's a 5-3 game. They're not supposed to be perfect, but you played really creatively. Except for missing queen takes d4. We played okay. It was a lot of mistakes, but not terribly. The f3 Nimzo. 316. Do we know who you are? Do we know you? Who plays the f3 Nimzo? Do I know you? You joined 5 years ago. It's not Gobble Roll Mops. Zeus, welcome back. Gobble Roll Mops. Is that the same as 316? I messed up this position the other day and played d6 when I normally castle. d6 is like an older move. I had some good games in this line. I once won a really nice game against an FM. I had prepared like a very specific variation, and the guy went right into it, which was all new at the time. A3 is a move. Looks familiar. I had this position at the World Senior Championship. Sorry, I believe I had the exact same position at World Senior Championship and lost to a 2100. I can't remember his name now. Yeah, but probably not Bishop E3. Knight E2. D6 is fine. I guess. Who knows? Maybe it's not. But this is, man, I don't know, F3 Nimzo, like, very hard to play with white. It's a great opening, but I wouldn't at all recommend it to people who are, like, below 2,000. It's way too hard to play. It's an advanced opening. I mean, you're weakening the king position with F3. Average players are going to get slaughtered in a lot of cases. I would never ever recommend this opening for white to someone under 2,000. It's too dangerous. You've got to have incredible capability, like, tactically, to play this type of thing. But, wasn't Gobble Romops the one who played it against me last time? Is 316 his other account? Oh, I had a similar game with the Bulgarian guy on my stream. The subscriber that's been bringing games to the Thursday streams. Eton. Okay, I called him 1,700. He's 1,800. He's 2,000 in Blitz. 34,000 games in Bullet. I mean, he has 34,000 Bullet games. 20,000 Blitz games. So this is not Gabble Roll Mops. And a very solid chess 960 rating. This player is not bad. 1796. Well, he's at least 1,800. Larry Christensen used to do that to people. He would, like, take a guy who was 2,300 and beat them like 100 games in a row till he was like 1,900, and then, or he'd be like 1,899, and then he'd like tell him that he was at least 1,900. He's underrated. Bishop C2 saw a very similar thing from Eton. The maybe it's reasonable here. I just don't think that bishop is really worth holding on to, you know. This is not a very good piece, and this is really over the top now. Knight C1. Oh my god. We almost have some direct tactics. Oh, we do. Okay. Wow. So Knight C1 is just a blunder. Oof. But you think like playing F3 Nimzo, Redusa, you're a good blitz player. It's not a good idea unless you're a very advanced player. Master level, ideally. I mean, I've seen master level players, they just get destroyed by me sometimes, although I did lose the last game. That was very preparation based. We had this queen sack, or the rook sack, or whatever. I sacked a piece. It had all been played before. This is terrible for white. Phew. So knight takes b2, e5. I could also take his bishop and have massive play. I'm not sure this is my best move. e5, rook e5. I don't think that 316 is related to Gabel Romops. Okay, guys, please tell your friends about my stream, because our viewer numbers are way down. It just doesn't help me, obviously. So we need more viewers here. So if your friends, if you like the stream and you want to recommend the stream to other people, I would appreciate it. Another pawn bites the dust, but I'm not here to collect pawns. We have knight h5. This looks like a good move. A good way to like drop a piece or something. Our pieces are very active. Should come back. Bishop c1. Obviously. I can't believe last game Saxac Draw put his queen and his king on the same diagonal when I could possibly play bishop c3 and got away with it. So now it's just dropping a piece. Man, f3 Nimzo it's a dangerous system, but it's really hard to play. Any kind of position where you have space is oftentimes harder for the guy who has the space than for the other player. You take space, you have to consolidate that space, It's not easy to play space positions. It's like owning real estate. I just want to trade pieces. Do you mind? I guess there's a problem with my b5 pawn, huh? I have knight f4 though. Now this is really strong. Knight, epaulette knights. I'm having a little trouble focusing tonight, but we'll do better. Up to 12 viewers. Okay, small blitz tournament. This is round 6. There's one more round. We're both clearly out of it here. White lost the way. Okay, V2 Tune has followed. That's 3 days ago. Sorry. Earl the Precious Pearl has followed. Thanks, Earl. And the Knight Fork. Alright, we're done now. Curious about the opening here. Where white went wrong. So A3 is unusual. Bishop takes C3 is fine. I'm surprised that no one has played Bishop A5 here, though. I guess Bishop takes C3 is good, but this is also interesting. So this has transposed. It does transpose. Now Bishop E3 is bad. E5 is a move. Okay, E5 is the main move. E5, knight E8. F4. This is very few games. Bishop E3 isn't that bad. D6. Bishop D3. E takes D5, a mistake by me. And then A6. Knight E2. Knight BD7. We transposed to a game from 2018. I've misplayed it slightly. We transposed to Sabo Vilmos. I don't know who Sabo Vilmos is. That's actually my name, Vilmos, in Hungarian. That's funny. The computer liked Bishop C2. Alright, anyway, weird game. But Engine thinks you're slightly better at the end. I mean, not at the end, but after Bishop C2. So, Saxac Draw just crushing. Phew, bro. He's on a crushing rampage, but wait. Not necessarily. Black is down the exchange. I thought he was crushed, but he's got some threats. Holy moly. Suddenly the bishop is strangely placed. Wow, maybe black isn't crushed. Wow. Dude. Oh man. That's got to be a blunder. Redusa didn't play knight d4. Why didn't he play knight d4? Still not over. What opening was this? You gotta wonder. They're 2 and 2 against each other. Queen f4 was a weird move. Didn't expect that. What? They're both blundering. Wow. Out for a draw. Oh my god. Dude, I'm playing knight f4 instantly there. That wasn't enough for Redusa though. He's going for the win. Wow. Where did this even come from? Just incredible. Oh my god. What is going on here? Black's made some mistakes. White's made some mistakes. It's a disaster. This is worse than my game with Sexact Draw. But Redusa often makes moves like without really taking the time to calculate. It feels like a lot. Many times he made moves in dangerous looking situations like without thinking. That's mate. Redusa was winning. He was winning. Just seems like he's not chill enough when he's got the chances. Yeah, I don't believe it. Like, you don't play knight f4 here. He played knight f2 instead of knight f4. Knight f4 is brutal. h5, I think you still got him. And then here, I don't know what you should play. Bishop h6 was a blunder. But he's got 9 seconds, and he played this move in 3, you know, with a 3-second increment. You need to use your time, at least 5 or 7 seconds here, and try to find a good move. This is like an outright blunder. So Redusa's close, but he doesn't have the nerve that the more experienced players have, like Sexact Draw in the time pressure. Although Sexact Draw blew it as well. It's a lot about experience. It's a lot about experience playing time pressure situations. You have to be calm. Drugs help. You have to be calm, but you have to be like, your brain has to be working quickly. I have brain fog. So oftentimes that kind of interferes with my speed and ability to calculate. I am not in good form tonight. I was lucky I didn't lose. Hung a rook against Sexact Draw. Was worse in the final position. Should have lost that game. Lucky I have 5.5 out of 6. Last game coming up. Guys, tune in for tomorrow night's subscriber stream analysis. Please donate. Any other announcements? Well, I'd like to get some games for tomorrow night's subscriber stream. Friday is a Blitz stream in the afternoon. Sunday, we set the clocks forward in Europe, and we're having our simul. I have a tournament game Sunday morning, but like it's a must-win with White against a lower-rated player, so hopefully you need to play more Blitz. No, you need to play more Blitz and play well. you need to practice slower blitz with increment or something like this. This is a good time control. 5 plus 3 is a good time control. 3 plus 2 is a decent time control. If you want to, the official FIDE blitz time control is 3 plus 2. Why not play that? That terrible endgame by you guys. First, like, the position was unclear. Then, then White was like winning. And White had a huge time advantage. I mean, Sack Draw went into that chaos with like a minute time edge when I started watching, and it wasn't that easy. And he found a way to get in trouble, and I could have done it as well. But there's also this aspect of playing like, what? You don't play 3 plus 2, but a lot of cheaters? Well, I mean, probably. I know there's cheaters in like unrated games, in casual, but you have to just report the cheaters. If they're really serious cheaters, they're going to have like high rating probably. Alright, so, you ruined last game. What are we going to play? E4. Man, I have really bad brain fog tonight. I guess I didn't eat dinner. We had a late lunch though, so I thought that would be enough. Pierce defense from Jeroen. I like playing against the Pierce, but it could be a Pierce, could be a Modern, could play my Kraken. You could play the St. George, like what I like to do a lot. Jeroen is like a St. George deferred or accelerated Kraken with A6 here on move 2. Like a half Kraken. What's up, Camel Culture? Missed you this week. Nice to see you. Sorry you couldn't make it for the mini tournament. So Modern, okay. Yeah, I guess the Modern I don't feel that comfortable, to be honest. We could see a Hippo maybe. A6. This is not critical what I'm doing. I like to try to transpose to the Pierce. A lot of Modern players will transpose to the Pierce. I don't have a sharp line against the Modern. I play really Karpovian stuff like Knight F3 and G3 and stuff. I never developed a proper like sharp line against the Pierce with White. So here we play quietly, and it's really not much. I've done okay with the classical Pierce, but objectively I know that it's nothing special, and it's like, I don't know if I've lost many games. I lost to Leonid, yeah, right. Vadim Milov once, who played a really beautiful exchange sack against me. I'm just thinking like I may have only lost one Pierce ever. But I haven't played that many, because I'm not really an E4 player. A lot of draws and wins against the Pierce. This is a very solid line for black. I have a number of wins and some draws and basically like no losses. What Milov did was he played Knight C6, which I think is an interesting line. It's a hybrid. I played that myself on the stream. It's a hybrid of Pierce and Nimzovich defense. A couple people played that against me, and I started playing it myself. Now A6 is just kind of an offbeat move. At this point. Don't know if I should play A4, but I mean, realistically, should I fear, B5? I should probably just play H3 or something. b5's not a deal. The best he has here is like knight c6. And then, or e5, but I mean, white is better in all cases. There's no threat of this with this bishop here. So a6 is just, yeah, I probably did the right thing, playing h3. Camel chucker. So b5 is still really not a threat, but he's taking this out. So if a4, a5, standard type position. Are you threatening me? e5. So what should white do though? You know, a4, a5. I sometimes want to do this like Petrosian-esque thing where we move the knight from c3. You could go here, but it seems weird. So is b5 a problem? I mean, if I play a4, you play a5, then I could do the thing. Alright, a4, if a5, knight a6, knight b4, then we do Petrosian, right? We move our knight away from c3 and chase his knight off of b4. So he can't guarantee that the b4 square is an outpost permanently, like it might be in some cases. Now we just play a5, and we're just better. Black will have to play e5, and then we have this like Philidor type of position, where if white is a noob, they'll make a mistake and white will have nothing. But if white isn't a noob, you know, white knows what they're doing here. We're very careful. If white is Karpov or Petrosian or someone, Fischer, I mean, you're just better. Rook e1 looks solid. I'm keeping the tension. It's really important, I think, to keep the tension here. You trade on e5, you have very little in most cases. You also have to consider the fact that sometimes black can take with the knight. But my main concern would be symmetrical pawn structure isn't so bad for black here. My bishop is a question, and if it's a bad piece, I have nothing, or even I'm worse. But I was planning on like g3. This exchange of bishops is actually okay for black, but what's not okay is that backward pawn he has on d6 here. So this is like a catastrophic strategic. I'm not going to call it a catastrophic mistake. I'm going to call it a catastrophic strategic risk. Risk management. Now we're just better. We don't have to do anything fancy, but black might get some pressure on my e4 pawn. Queen e2. So bishop e2 keeping the two b's. Black can recycle with knight c6. It's not a bad plan. But I still think might be my best. What if I try something else though? Bishop f4. Risky? Maybe. It's a little risky. He has this. I don't know about knight c4, but I'm definitely not liking knight c4. Now his plan, was probably play knight c6. Yaron is not a bad player if he has time. Here it's still unclear. Maybe black is okay, but you have to calculate a lot. Knight c6, he didn't want to do it. But the longer he stalls, the less I think he might be okay. Bishop f1. No, I need to cover the h5 or not. Maybe not. Patience. If knight h5, I would just go back to h2. It's a lot like a Benoni. Alright, now I'm going to play knight d5. Or not. We don't have to. What else can I do? Just wait. Improve the position. Black's got that idea, though, that I really don't like. So knight d5, chop, chop. Knight c6, c3. I'm almost all set, but there's one problem. Big one. Big problem. My a5 pawn, it falls. So new plan. New plan, boys and girls. Oh! Is that a problem? He hesitated too much and should have pulled the trigger on knight c6 at some point. I guess he couldn't do it there. That's why he played rook d8. Alright, guys. So he found a nice defense. Okay. The idea, multifunctional move. What a move. Great defensive move by black. Rook d7. Beautiful. That sucks. Take, take, queen d8. Alright. Shit. This is unbelievable. He's got everything covered. I've got nothing. He doesn't see it, though. He doesn't see it. He just doesn't see the one idea, you know. That knight c6 thing. Queen c6 is somewhat logical. But I don't think it's the right idea. I don't know about this either. He held on well here. Wrong rook, probably. What am I doing? I mean, how do I not lose my a pawn? Man, he just repeatedly didn't go for that plan. He never goes for this plan to attack the a5 pawn. Like, he doesn't see it. See, with the pawn is possible, of course. Now he finally sees it. It's a little bit late. Maybe still not bad. b4. Shit. My time's running out too. You defended against the threat of rook takes c5. But I have f4. That doesn't help. Shit. Double shit. What? Wow. You have a defense there too. Rook takes e4. I have bishop a6. He lost on time. Great game, man. Very tough. I think you were better in some moment. It looks like you're actually better in some moment. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Just equal. Okay, you were equal. I missed something when I played knight d5. I missed something here. Wow. Bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, knight d5, queen d8. And I didn't see anything. But apparently I'm just clearly better. I didn't realize how much better I am here. +2. My knight is strong. and opposite color bishops gives me attacking chances. I really misevaluated this position. I didn't think that was much. So, but I mean, previously, you know, you had other chances, I thought. Yeah, here, like, immediately, you should have played knight c6. And if I take the pawn, you know, you're going to take one of my pawns. Knight e4, for example. So that idea to play knight c6 you had much earlier than you used in the game. And then finally, the end I'm better. Though it's still maybe not winning. Thanks guys for playing. Tournament over. It's first place, narrowly ahead of Saxec Draw, only because he had a half-point bye out of 2 rounds. So he actually matched my score, except for not playing the first 2 rounds. Sornoche, interesting game, but yeah, I mean, instead of a6, when you play bishop g4, you're supposed to go like c6 after that. I don't think that a6 is good there, or as good. You know, you can play experimentally with a6 with their bishop still on c8 maybe. Anyway, there's a lot of things you can improve there, but the Pierce is okay. Anyway, Saxec Draw winning the last round against Sung Prism. Let's see what that was about. Speaking of the Pierce, Sung Prism was white, but no critical bishop e5 check. The main line. Played this. h3. Aragaisi played this. But normal is bishop e3. Alright, so Saxec Draw, very strong performance as usual. I'm lucky he started with a half-point bye in a missed game. Guys, we have to go. Thanks everyone for playing. You blundered your queen on the mouse slip. lucky mouse slip. But it wasn't a blunder. So we got Sparklehurst first, Saxec Draw second, Sun Prism in third. You played tough. 316, the Mysterious in fourth place. Pili, Redusa with only 3. Notice Redusa with no draws. Another criticism I have of Redusa is this sort of unwillingness to draw. Like, draws are part of the game. They should happen from time to time. It doesn't have to be like win or lose. A half point is a half point. Especially in a tournament, it's important. Ruin, tough. As always, you can play some good games. Keller didn't really get it together tonight. Ludlud and Ruslan Bear in 10th place with 2 points. Guys, I hope that everyone will be back. Tomorrow we have a Blitz stream in the afternoon. Sunday, simul. And I wish all of you the best. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for the small donation from Saxec Draw. Guys, Mr. Coffee is right on the edge with 500 health points, so we need to knock him off. Thanks all for your support. And again, congratulations to myself, Saxec Draw, and Sun Prism for good performances. Saxec Draw with the best performance, 2,413. Very solid result. So I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.